So today I have Addi Yousef. Sema mjomba. Now, Addi Yousef in the Swahili community is a superstar, I would say. Those who want to get married, I hear you need to go either Pemba or Tanga.
The good, strong team. So we were winning everything. So we won treble like 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I got top goal scorer 2 years in a row, or whatever it is. I was lucky. I've got a dad who supports me with everything. So he's always been there. He's been to every game.
No.
In 15 years, he's never missed a game.
And he knew about the life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is a bit, it's a bit different. I've been wanting to have a special guest on a Sema podcast, a guest that bridges the gap. You know, I speak a lot about this podcast having the intention behind it, the ethos behind the podcast, where we bridge the gap from the diaspora to back home being Tanzania, Zanzibar. Finally, alhamdulillah, I reached out to my guest and he was very easy. Not because he's an easy person, but he understood the model behind it, the strategy behind it. And he's for anything for Tanzania and the East African diaspora. So today I have Addi Yousef. Sema mjomba.
Niambie, bro. What's going on, man?
Poa mwanangu. Now, a bit about Addi Yousef. I'm not going to speak much because the whole podcast, let's say, is about his journey. I like to have guests. I don't know if the viewers have seen the pattern. The guests, I like to shine a light on them, to engage the masses, to inspire, to educate as well. Now, Addi Yousef, he's, let's say, like in the community, in the Swahili community, he's a superstar, I would say. My opinion. I've heard a lot about him. I met you. Sorry, I'm speaking about you like you're not here, bro. But I met Addi for the first time a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't for the best reasons, but that's a different topic. It's just circumstances was that way. But I think I've run into you before. I've bumped into you in Leicester. Yeah, I think in like occasions, you know, I think we've got mutual friends.
Like the mosque or something,
Yeah. My cousin's a good friend of yours. I think you came to one of his barbecues. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think seeing you, I was like, oh, I've seen this face before. Now let's start from the beginning, Yomba. Yeah. And another thing, we're gonna try our best today tuzungumze Kiswahili, kwa sababu nasema hii ni Sema podcast, lazima tujitahidi kuzungumza Kiswahili. I will have subtitles for our English viewers. But we want to try and engage the language, you know, to bring back our mother tongue. So Nambi Mjomba, like, tell me about like your beginnings, like your early childhood. Did you grow up in Leicester always?
Nah, I came England when I was 2. We said we were going to speak Swahili, innit?
Well, what, man? Feel free, man. Swahili.
Yeah. For the people to understand better, and I'll speak English. But I come England when I was 2 years old, from Tanzania. Was in London for a bit first, and then we all our family moved to Leicester. So been here ever since.
Since you was 2 years old.
2 years old.
Subhanallah. If you don't mind me asking, you're in your early 30s, I would assume.
Yeah, 31 now.
Getting on. Mashallah.
Yeah.
Bado. Kama we mzee menta. That's like me. I was here when I was 4 years old. I moved to the UK. Yeah. So tell me about early days in Leicester. Like, how did you get into football, bro?
I was lucky, to be fair. My dad used to play in Tanzania for Coastal Union and Small Simba. So I was raised in a family just full of football. My dad loved football, so I was lucky in that sense. Like, it was just football back at home. So all my uncles played football as well. I don't know if he's here at the moment. His name's Karume. Obviously, my dad named me after him because my actual name's Karume, innit?
Yeah.
So everyone calls me K.
Yeah. I heard.
So my Tanzanian name's Karume. So obviously, I was named after him. He played football as well. All of my uncles played football. So,
are you related to the president, Karume?
Nah. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. I think
so
it was just
for the viewers out there. Sorry to interrupt. The viewers out there, Karume was the first president, I think, of Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, yeah.
So it's just a name. You
have no
relations.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know our viewers, especially our viewers in Zanzibar. You was born in Zanzibar, as you said, right?
I was actually born in Tanga,
Tanga.
but raised in
Yeah.
Zanzibar.
Oh, bro,
Because my mum's...
your Wikipedia's wrong, bro. you need to tell him to fix it up.
Because I was actually born in... I was born in Tanga.
Yeah.
My mum's from Tanga.
Yeah.
And my obviously dad, but I think the same day
Yeah.
I was in Zanzibar.
Tanga's the good stuff, innit? I heard good things about Tanga.
Place, man. It's
I haven't been
up and coming now, innit?
Those who want to get married, I hear you need to go either Pemba or Tanga. You know, the consensus in Tanga is that the women there, they know how to be wives. They know how to look after the man.
The whole of Tanzania is beautiful, isn't it?
I'll see you.
The whole of Tanzania, man.
All right, okay. Let's take it back again. So, our viewers in Zanzibar will be intrigued. Unafanyaje yani mtu uingie katika mpira ni? What is the process, the early? I know there's grassroots and stuff like that, but is that the pathway you took, or how did it come about?
For those obviously who live in Leicester,
Yeah.
they'll probably know what I'm talking about. But I started off at a youth club called St Matthews.
Okay. So shout out St Matthews.
Yeah, St Matthews. I started off a youth club there, paying 50p every Saturdays. There would be like a little tournament every Saturday.
Yeah.
And then played for their Sunday league team. This is when I was like 9, 10. And then, like I said, for those who are from Leicester, and then from St Matthews, I went to a team called G&G. It was a Sikh team. And I used to play in all the Indian tournaments.
Wasinga.
Yeah, Wasinga. So I think I played a couple of years there till I was about 11, 12. And then I went to Nirvana from there, from about 12, 13.
What's Nirvana?
Nirvana is
It's another football team.
It's another football team, yeah, grassroots.
Like it's a grassroots.
Yeah, local team.
Explain grassroots to us for people who don't know.
Grassroots, Timia Mitani.
Yeah,
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Timia Mitani.
So St Matthews ni mtaa wanapoishi.
Yeah. So hizo zote timu nimesema, zote timu za
mitani.
And then when
timu za Mlandege, Darajani,
all of that. I don't even know what
mitaa za Zanzibar. Yeah, go ahead.
So all the local teams, So yeah, from then, like when I was like 13, 14, so from then, and that's when I got scouted for Leicester.
Yeah.
Scored a few goals and then got scouted for Leicester.
How was that scouting process like? Did you know, okay, today is a day where someone from Leicester's coming, or you had no idea about it?
Nah, because I remember like it was yesterday. So that Nirvana team that we had was proper, like those who obviously from Leicester, like Micah, Connor, Reese, Yassine.
Are these football players, yeah?
Yeah, like played with me at Nirvana. So we had a good, strong team. So we was winning everything. So we won the treble like 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I got top goal scorer 2 years in a row. So like we all went on trial at the same time at Leicester. So shout out all of them, because obviously they made me feel comfortable when I was on trial. Because going on trial on your own is long. So
everyone was on trial. Really?
We was all on trial. So me, Micah, Yassine, all of them, man, innit? Yeah, so we all went on trial.
He's speaking to Chase behind the scenes here.
Yeah, so all of us, man, went on trial together. I remember like it was yesterday. Yeah, and then obviously, alhamdulillah, I got on to stay. I think we did like 2 weeks or something. I can't remember. And then obviously they chose me to stay a bit longer. And then after about 3-4 weeks, I signed when I was like 13, 14.
How's that feeling? You know what? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. During this stuff, was your father there, or do you have someone managing you, or someone like putting you in the right places at the right time?
Yeah, like I said, one of my how do I put it? I'll say one of my, whether it's luck or whatever it is, I was lucky. I've got a dad who supports me through everything. So
alhamdulillah, God of Allah.
Yeah, man. So he's always been there. He's been to every game.
No.
In 15 years, he's never missed a game.
And he knew about the life coming from Tanzania.
Yeah, he knows the proper struggle, because obviously, like I said, I come when I was 2, so I didn't really know the struggle until I went back at like 15, 16. But yeah, like I said, I'm lucky. I've got a dad, like my dad, who supported me for everything, gave me everything.
May Allah bless our parents.
Kept me away from all the bullshit.
Yeah.
So Yeah,
Put you in track, yeah. So then you signed at that 13.
13, 14.
You signed for Leicester.
Leicester Academy, yeah.
Deal. So how did that feel like signing for them? Did you have to move to an academy? Was you still living at home? How
Yeah,
does it work?
so I signed till I was 16. So
Yeah.
the contract was till 16. So it's like schoolboy contract. And then from 16, that was when they had to make a decision whether I was going to get a scholarship or not. So I was living at home. I was biking it to training and all of that because it was obviously Babel Kona Farakazi. So they had Tuesday, Thursday training. So I'll be going training on my own, obviously biking it or wherever, doing whatever I got to do to get there. And then when I got to 16, I got another contract, a scholarship. That's when, because I was in Leicester, really, I should have been living at home. But the guys at Leicester came to St Matthews and seen the status, not the state of St Matthews, but how it was in St Matthews.
It's a council estate.
It's a council
if we're
estate.
honest, yeah.
And St Matthews back in the day was mad. So they decided for me to move into Diggs, which is a place where obviously all the boys stay for their scholarship.
It's like a boarding, is it?
Like a boarding school, that's really.
St Matthews was mad back in the days.
Yeah.
I remember I used to come from one council estate from East London, another council estate in Leicester. But I used to hate St Matthews even more because
when you're from there, it's calm.
I like it now because I live here now. And I think it's much better now. I think St Matthews, the problem with council estates in Midlands, or let's say even up north, are different. People say council estates in London are bad. Yes, they are bad. There's gang warfare and everything. I was unfortunately part of a gang young, but it's natural. We had a lot of outlets though. This is what I was trying to say. In London, you can get away easily. You know, you can just go to another part of London. You can kind of keep to yourself if you. I think St Matthews, my perception of it at that time, and I'm talking about early 2000s when I used to come visit my uncle and my auntie here. I felt like you're kind of like it was entrapped in that council estate.
No,
do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Like it was mad, but obviously, like I said, I've always felt so safe. In St Matthews. Till this day, you know what I mean? Like,
unajua watu wengi hawafahamu au walikuwa hafahamu wazee, let's say wazee walikuwa wavokuja huku UK and excuse my poor Swahili, when they come to the UK and they find a house, they weren't really aware of the council estate atmosphere. So growing up, and me and you are similar age a little bit, that at that time they didn't know the pressures that we had outside. Wanaona okay, nishafika Ulaya basi kwangu imeisha. Alhamdulillah, fortunately your father wasn't like that. And I think that's an exception to, let's say, neza kutumia an example, council estates za Barking. I was from a council estate in East Ham, but let's say the council estate of Barking, which was the later influx of the Waswahili Kuja. The first influx was more like East London, North London. The second influx was like the Barking, Essex, Dagenham. Those council estate had many factors that were detrimental to our upbringing. Like Iniwaze could not comprehend this. Now I would say Barking is better because of Miskiti, Madrasa, and things like this.
There's a big community there, isn't it?
Massive community. And my generation have come out from there, so they know about these things. So they have their younger siblings, they have children that they can look out for these things. But at that time, I remember looking at my mum and thinking, but I couldn't express it. Thinking, oh, you don't know what's out there. She's telling me, but I'm thinking, you don't know what's out there. I have to survive, you know? I have to survive in quote unquote the ends. Because if I don't conform, I'll become a victim. But I wasn't so expressive about it, but I felt it.
Yeah, of course.
And alhamdulillah, she sent me back to Africa, and I've spoken about it a lot on this podcast. When I got sent back to Africa, that was like the pivotal moment for me. Okay. You said you went back to Africa when you was 15 for the first time.
15, yeah. A family holiday, yeah.
How was that?
To be fair, I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't remember too tough, but it was just a holiday for me. And at them ages there, you don't really...
Was you not like mesmerized or fascinated or anything, no?
Nah, because, you know, it's like, you know, Kurudi Nyumbani, it's just visiting family. You know what I mean? You're not really taking everything in. But when I went back at 18, 19...
That was
or 20, that's when I realised, this is where I come from, you get me?
Yeah.
And that's when my charity started, because I thought, like I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like I was thinking to myself, this could have been me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Babango Jakuja Ulaya,
Yeah.
this could have been me. So that's when my charity started, when I went back and actually realised what was going on.
And your charity is called the Addi
Addi
Yousef
Yousef
Foundation.
Foundation, yeah. So that's when I started my charity. I come back. I was helping out on my own, just obviously sending back whatever I needed.
Yeah.
But and then obviously, you know, it's like I've got family in Tanzania that I help anyway, but I thought I could open my own charity as well to help more kids. But then as I think a couple of years in, the actual charity started when my dad was like, why don't, obviously you got a platform.
Yeah.
Why don't you put it on Instagram so you get more donations so you can help more kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the start, I was just doing it on my own because obviously...
That's amazing. You started charity at 18 years old, bro.
18, 19, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just doing it on my own thing. I didn't really want no thingy, but I thought the more people I tell, the more donations, more money, and obviously help more kids. So that was
So your charity, you help kids from donations?
Help orphans, yeah.
Orphans?
Orphans,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we got, at the start, I was like supporting like 30, 40 kids.
Yeah.
And then now I still help them. And then obviously with the donations or whatever I get, we go around Zanzibar, Tanga, handing out most of the donations because obviously with football, me being associated to football, I get a lot of donation like football boots, kit.
Yeah.
So we help the local sides there.
Speaking about Tanga, I think my barber is related to you in Loughborough. What's his name?
In Loughborough?
Yeah.
Oh, Saduni.
I think
Muzi.
Muzi, yes.
Yeah, that's my uncle. That's my mum's brother, yeah.
Yeah. He was telling
You cut your hair?
He stopped cutting my hair now. I haven't been to him for about a month.
What's he done to you?
No. He's a character, you know.
Yeah.
No, I know. I've got shout out to Muzi.
Muzi, man. That's my uncle, man.
Yeah, because I live in Loughborough.
Yeah.
No. He's good, man. He always has me, you know. Like,
that's my uncle, man.
But he was telling me about Tanga. He's the one that tells me all the crazy stories about Tanga. Yeah. But yeah, so you distribute donations like clothes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. It's all over my Instagram if you want to go check it out.
Yeah. I'm going to put all of his socials or Addi Yousef's socials on the links in the YouTube page and everything. So you can go and have a look at that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go back to football. Unajua kwa sababu naweza nikasema watu nyumbani Afrika, young kids, most of them aspire to be footballers, you know. Wakimwona mtu wa nyumbani Mzanzibari, Mtanzania, kaingia katika football team, Premier League team like Leicester City, you know, it's something like it's things of dreams, you know. And I know personally, my age, a few kids who were in the Arsenal academy, who were in the Tottenham academy, who came from Zanzibar but never made it. They were given a contract, they signed a deal, but never made it into the first team. And I know personally, I'm not going to say any name, I know one personally who just lived the life, let's say. He came from Africa at a young age. He was given, a salary, a comfortable salary for him, let's say. And he just wasted the opportunity. Where I know he was in the same academy, in the same, let's say, I don't know if you call it class, as people like Jack Wilshere. You know, he was going places with Jack Wilshere, and he didn't make it. Did you have this temptation of like, look, I'm getting money now?
Like I said at the start, I'm lucky. I've got obviously my dad, and the most importantly, I got my dean. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, they're probably the two factors, two key factors. Obviously, my mum as well, but my dad's been probably the most important one. And obviously, he's always drilled in,
mashallah,
the dean. So
discipline. You
know what I mean? Yeah. The ability to work hard. I was chatting to someone the other day, because everyone knows the secret. The secret is just there's no secret, if you know what I mean. The secret is no secret.
The secret is no secret.
You know what I mean?
Graft.
It's just graft. But I was speaking to someone the other day, and I was like, why is it so hard for people to work hard? You know what I mean? So
Uvivu.
Exactly.
Even the Prophet said uvivu is an illness.
It's an illness. Yeah. And it's so hard to work hard. You know what I mean? Everyone knows the secret, because it's not a secret, but it's not easy working hard every day and keeping the discipline and the motivation every day consistently. Just doing the graft, you know what I mean? And I would say the self-belief, you know what I mean? I've obviously, like I said, I keep going back to my dad, but he gave me this incredible belief of just believing in Allah, you know what I mean? Praying 5 times a day,
Yeah.
being able to be always confident and always self-belief. So that's probably one of the most important things.
The keys.
The keys, yeah. Because I never really, because like growing up, like obviously, alhamdulillah, obviously I used to score goals or whatever, but I wouldn't say that was my biggest strength. My biggest strength was probably just believing in Allah and knowing everything will be all right. You know what I mean? So yeah, just having the self-belief and the confidence in Allah that everything, with hard work and dedication, everything will be all right.
Yeah, mashallah. I mean, these are the keys, and it's easier said than done. Do you think after you signed that contract, did things get more difficult, more hard for you, or was it easier then after you signed that?
In the sense of like
progressing.
To be fair, at 13, 14, it's just enjoyment. You know what I mean? You don't even think about money or anything like that. You know what I mean? I was just enjoying, you know what I mean, playing football. And like I said, I was still at home. When I moved into digs, obviously I was living on my own at 16. Like I said, I always had my deen, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I was an angel, but I always had my deen. So no matter how far I went, I always went back to my deen, which is probably the most important thing.
Alhamdulillah. I feel like the deen foundation here, the Islamic foundations in Leicester are strong, I would say.
Yes.
I've met a lot of youngsters here, people who, what we say, quote unquote, about the life, but they have deen.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many masajids here in Leicester. I think Islam is like flourishing here.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why I moved to Leicestershire, let's say, because you can feel it amongst the people, you know? Even though it's like a small community in comparison to the communities, let's say in London or Birmingham, but it's like a close-knit community.
Yeah, trust me, yeah.
Yeah, so that was installed in you early on. Okay, let's talk about when you broke out to the first team. How was that?
Obviously, I had my scholar. So in the younger days, I did well to get my scholarship and all of that, and then I did well with my first year scholar, and then I went on loan to Tamworth. So that's when, at 17, that was when the first time I experienced first team. So I went on loan from Leicester to Tamworth.
Yeah.
So that was my first time experiencing first team experiences. So that was, alhamdulillah, that was a dream come true. At 17, playing in the conference.
So
and then obviously you get pre-match nerves, but I never, like I keep going back to the self-belief, with my dad. Like I never worry about something I can't control, you know what I mean? So I always believe everything will be all right. Yeah. With the grace of Allah. So I don't really stress about stuff like that. I just do whatever I can do, work, you know what I mean, graft. And obviously, one thing I experienced, which I learned at the time, I thought I was working hard until you meet someone that's working harder than you know what I mean? Yeah. In the sense of, at the time, I thought going gym was enough. That's working hard. But obviously, the more people you meet, you realize that you're miles off it. You know what I mean? As in the sense of, there's people working hard and then eating right as well. So they're already one step ahead. And then you got people that are working hard, going gym, eating right, and sleeping well. Recovery of that. And then doing the recovery. So obviously, as the years went on, I was meeting more people, speaking to more people, and obviously more social media. You read into more things, reading books, and then you realize that there's levels to everything. You know what I mean? And even I'm learning till this day. So,
unajua nyumbani, I always feel like, and it's probably not true, it's just my own head, I feel like we have like an extra superpower being Swahili because of the food that we eat. Oh. It's my own personal opinion, it's probably not true, I can't prove it. But an example, mambo kama muhogo, yani nyumbani unapikwa muhogo, au sembe, you know.
Yeah, like, all natural food, they're all superpowers.
The competition doesn't have this, you know. Unfortunately, let's say if you're like from the UK, You don't know where to get cassava from, let's
Yeah,
say.
that's what I'm saying.
Unless you're from like a Caribbean background or an African background. These are like superfoods.
But getting it back home is even better because it's all organic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean?
So ukipiga ule mhogo mwanangu nasinzia mpaka square pili. Or ukipiga bunga nini. This is the thing, like we talk about, last time we spoke about CMOS here. We've had this in our diet since the beginning, let's say, since like back home. And when we're young, when we're babies, our mothers feed us these little things, you know, like putting ginger somewhere, turmeric somewhere, stew heavy, vile habasod and stuff like that. So our upbringing, our foundation, that's why when you go to school and you fight someone, people think, oh, this guy's mad strong. But you don't know that since we were born.
You've been eating the good food, innit?
Yeah, we've been fed different, so we're brought different. This is why maybe you could outpace mans, you know, when you're chasing them. And
Not anymore.
All right, okay. Let's talk about chama changu and like foxes. I don't know if the camera can get this. The foxes, yeah. Ichi ndo chama mwanangu. I used to support another team. I'm not going to mention the team now. Back in London, but since Leicester City Football Club won the Premier League, and it was like this crazy thing, you know, it was like romanticized. You've just made it into the Premier League and you take the Premier League. It's like almost unheard of. I don't know if another team has done that, I'm not sure, but I remember being in London and following the journey and going to Africa, Zanzibar, and say, timu Leicester mwanangu, no, na Leicester.
Yeah.
You know, now you played for Leicester, right? Tell me about playing for Leicester, and then we'll speak if you support Leicester.
No, obviously it was a dream come true.
Yeah.
In the sense of obviously being from Leicester, coming from Leicester, obviously everything. It was a dream, man. And obviously, sadly, I left before the year before they won the Prem. But I was there when obviously we got promoted to the Prem. But I left the year. Like I was telling you, the injuries in that.
Oh, you had injuries?
I was injured. My childhood was ruined with injuries. But then when I left, the injuries carried on for another 2 years. But then I said to you, like, I changed everything. And then from there, alhamdulillah, I started, you know what I mean, like establishing myself. But yeah, being from Leicester, with seeing Leicester, and obviously all the, a few of the players that was in my youth team were obviously in the team at the time. Obviously they won the Prem, so it was the best feeling ever. The whole city was celebrating, you know what I mean? So obviously being from there, knowing everyone there, so yeah, it was the best.
So obviously you support Leicester.
Yeah. I support you Man United, but I obviously...
The Red Devils. I support the Red Devils.
But obviously you always want to see Leicester do well.
The thing about Leicester is, since, as you know, my little cousin works for Leicester City Football Club, and he always hooks me up with tickets and stuff like that. We watch the football game. The fans Leicester is like none that I've ever seen. They're like calm and collected. They can be loud when they need to, but you're never in fear. I'll give you an example. I grew up in East London. Yeah, we used to go Upton Park, West Ham. That was our ends. Yeah. So the Hammers, right? They're a whole different ball game, man. When you used to go to Upton Park, which has been demolished now it's like a development. As you know, West Ham has moved to this Olympic Stadium in Stratford. But Upton Park, I remember being young, my mum used to say, usitoke nje kuna mpira leo.
Yeah, them fans are mad, innit?
So like from my council estate, you can hear and almost see the stadium. And it's shut down. East London is shut down when they play. All the roads, Barking Road, even up to Rumford Road, Upton Park. You know, Green Street, there's this famous Green Street hooligans, right? Yeah. Now, that was more like my generation when I was young. So there used to be pubs, and they know what the pubs are, yeah? That growing up when we were young, my mum and dad used to say, don't pass that pub. You know, like the Bow Lane and things like that. These are really like famous pubs. Because nothing has ever happened to us, but you're a bit shook, you're scared because of what your parents have experienced before. When in the early 90s, my parents came very early here in the UK, and in the 90s they experienced... Was
you born here?
No,
you wasn't born here, was you?
No, alhamdulillah. I was born in Zanzibar, bro. I was born in Zanzibar, Mnazi Mmoja, bro. Shout out to Mnazi Mmoja. I was premature as well. I'm proud of that, you know. That my driver's license says Zanzibar, my passport says Zanzibar, alhamdulillah. So, all my siblings were born here. My siblings, my cousins and everything. So, even sitting in the stadium, even if you're part of the West Ham fans, still you're like, you have to be on guard a little bit. I don't get that at Leicester. This is why,
You feel safer.
I'm calm, I'm relaxed. Everyone's cool, everyone's enjoying the game. If you don't get to swingers in Upton Park, you haven't watched the game. If you're not fighting anyone, you have not watched the game. Forget about West Ham fighting Millwall or Tottenham or anything. They fight amongst each other.
Yeah, mad.
And because of West Ham, there've been a lot of legislation in criminal law to stop hooligans from fighting. And this is because of all the violence that happened in West Ham. And I don't want to say bad things about West Ham. I grew up in West Ham. I used to play for West Ham Juniors. Not that I'm good at football. It was like grassroots.
Yeah,
So I was in primary school. They take you on and they do all of that. I didn't pass, whatever. But I have a connection with West Ham. I have friends who even made it to professional football. But this is why I like Leicester. It's calm. You can take your family to watch the game. Now maybe I might take my family to watch at the Olympic Stadium in West Ham. But at that time, I'll never take my daughter or someone to go watch. They can, wazungu wenyewe, they can.
Yeah.
Like in Imie, I don't trust myself. So this is why I like the football team. Let's talk about Taifa Stars.
Yeah.
You played for the Tanzanian national team.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that call up? How do they call you up? How do they reach out to you?
Alhamdulillah, man. Like I said to you, sometimes I say to people, I sometimes don't believe, I don't believe the journey, you know what I mean? So I say alhamdulillah every day, man. Like I pinch myself sometimes, obviously coming from where I come from, and everything's a bonus.
Yeah.
But when that first happened, like I said, my dad coming from Tanzania, Mkimbizi.
Yeah. Did he play for Typhus?
Nah, he never played for. Actually, I don't think so. I think my uncle maybe. Because my dad ended up playing in the UAE.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, team in Mascati or something, or Qatar. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but he went Warabuni. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a lot of people do that, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of people go there. Try and get a better life, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I first got the call up, it was mad. Obviously, my dad's dream literally could just come true overnight.
SubhanAllah, yeah.
Alhamdulillah, obviously all the hard work that he's put in, I've put in. Obviously, everyone who's helped me get there, the dream come true. So he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, man, the hard work, you know what I mean, just proves with hard work anything's possible.
Did you have like an out of body experience when you was there? Like you couldn't believe you're playing for the Tanzanian national team?
Yeah, you know what? That summer, because I got called up before, but you know the 2019 AFCON?
Yes.
Because before that I was getting called up, but I was just always on the bench, never really come on.
Yeah.
But I made my debut in the AFCON.
Yes.
Which, alhamdulillah, was one of the best football experience I've ever had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that same year, I left Solihull to sign for Blackpool, and then I get called up to play in the AFCON. So in the football sense, that was probably the best year. It was literally a dream come true.
Yeah. How did your fellow players, Taifa Stars, take you in? Like, was Samata playing at that time?
Yeah, Samata, he's a good guy, man, because it was tough because obviously I don't speak fluent Swahili.
Unazungumza Kiswahili na.
Nazungumza Kiswahili na. Yeah, man. Mzungu. But no, Samata was good because obviously he was the only one that spoke fluent Swahili.
Really?
Yeah, he was the
Oh,
only
you mean
one.
fluent English?
Fluent English.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
He was the only one that spoke fluent English. So
yeah.
obviously he was showing me around.
Yeah.
Faizo.
Yeah.
He spoke a bit of English, so I was close to him.
Yeah.
Farid Musa.
Shout out to the team.
Yeah, man. So them man made me feel proper comfortable. So made the experience a bit better. And obviously he was translating things. Yeah. Even though I could understand, it was just the street language. Lewa.
Did the local teams reach out to you, like Simba, Yanga, Azam, at any point?
To be fair, when obviously before I signed for Blackpool, obviously I was doing well the year before, like the Simbas and Yanga.
Yeah.
But obviously it would have been it would have taken a lot. Obviously, even though Tanzania is home, but obviously all my family's here. So I heard there was interest, but it never led to anything because obviously that wasn't going to happen because of family here.
Yeah. I understand. What do you think the problem is? That do you think there's a lack of agents or managers of getting Tanzanian players to Europe? Because as far as my knowledge, I think Samatta's the only one who's kind of made it. He was playing in Belgium, doing very well in Belgium. He came to the Premier League. Do you think there's an agent problem? Do you think there's a connection problem? What do you think a problem is, if there is one? Or is it lack of talent? I don't think so.
I wouldn't say lack of talent.
Yeah.
Because there's some good players that.
Yeah.
When I was obviously playing over there, that would definitely easily play. Yeah. In here, but like I keep saying to you, probably it's never about the ability. It's always about the mindset. You know what I mean? Are people willing to sacrifice everything? You know what I mean? I've sacrificed a lot, and the thing is, people have probably sacrificed as much as me. Yeah, and obviously not got it as well. So I do believe in luck as well, but I guess you got to create your own luck. You know what I mean? With prayers, dua, all of that. You know what I mean? Treating family good. This is obviously my beliefs. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah, all these kind of things, in my opinion, makes a massive difference. You know what I mean? Looking after your family, charity, working hard, discipline. You know what I mean? Believing in yourself. Because you can do all of them things, but if you don't believe in yourself, you're wasting your time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And my one thing I'm proud of, a lot of people say this to me. Well, kila kitu Mzanzibari, unapenda Uzanzibari. Even your uncle said that to me, and I'm not going to mention his name. But something that I was proud of is that you are a Zanzibari, Tanga Mzanzibari, but you played for Taifa Stars. And I don't think, are there any, or was there ever Mzanzibari who played for the Tanzanian national team? Faizo.
Okay.
Toto, yeah. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Fei Toto or something. Yeah, I call him Faizo, but I think he has Fei Toto on his thingy. I think he's from Zanzibar.
Does he play for Yanga? What team does he play for?
I think he plays for Azam now.
Azam, yeah?
Yeah, and then I think Mudathir Mudi. Yeah. He's from Zanzibar. I think he plays for Yanga. Yeah. So serious players, man.
Representing us here.
Yeah, man. Proper.
What do you think going forward, like, how would we get, if someone's interested, let's say in Tanzania and Nyumbani, if he's interested, how would they reach out to the scouts here in Europe? What should they do? Should they just like play hard in their team, or what should they do? Tuseme wa Zanzibari or Tanzania.
What, trying to get over here?
Yeah, what do you think the right steps for them to be? What was the initial steps? Wafanyeje yani mpaka wapate kuonekana? Watafute agent, watafute scout?
Yeah, I think it's like, I think the biggest thing is just connection. Yeah. I always say if you can shout, if there's anything I can do to help my people back home, I'll always do it. But I think it's just connection, because I could speak to someone that knows someone that knows someone that could obviously.
You're the connection now.
Well, I try. Like I said, one of my biggest thing is just to give back to Tanzania. So if it's in that way, then 100%. If there's
you've
any
heard
way,
it here. So you've heard it here, guys. Unasikia Addi Yousef, and I know you're doing your coach badges now as well. Inshallah, badges, we'll see you managing the Tanzanian national team one day. Inshallah. So wale walikuwa wanataka kuwa katika mpira in the Premier League, Addi Yousef, we hapa. Reach out to him and send your videos and all of that. Sorry, I didn't ask for your permission. Send him your videos and all of that. He'll try his best to get you in the team.
Always, anything I can do to help. Yeah. Should I say that in Swahili?
Sema Kiswahili, bora Kiswahili bwana.
Chochote kama naweza kusaidia nitasaidia.
Ndo hapo sasa.
Tupo pamoja.
Yeah. Sasa, thank you, bro. I want to talk about this product. Yeah. Take it.
Ubuyo.
Yeah, ubuyo. Unajua ubuyo, sio?
Of course.
This product is
straight out of Zanzibar, yeah.
Straight from Zanzibar.
Can I open it? Yeah.
Yeah, open it, bro. Open it. I want you to try it, and tell me what you think, bro.
I've got a chewing gum in my mouth.
Sorry, just put it on the table. It's fine.
I'll put it in there. It's healthy, yeah.
It's healthy, man. As you can see, try it first, and then we'll talk about the health benefits behind it. Unajua ubuyu, kila ubuyu bora unapiga kama koko 3 vile all at once.
I don't know finishing the whole thing.
Yeah, take this is for you, bro. How is it?
Nah, proper, man.
Unakula ubuyu.
Can't go wrong with, yeah, of course, man.
Can't go wrong with ubuyu, yeah? The thing about ubuyu is Wazanzibari wanasema wanawake tu wanakula ubuyu mwanangu, you know? But it's a sweet, innit? Now this is from a company called KNF Foods. They're the first official commercial company that are selling ubuyu in the UK and in Europe, hopefully one day.
What's ubuyu in English?
Ubuyu is baobab.
Oh yeah, baobab.
So the company that packaged this is KNF Foods, but the brand is called Buyu Fresh. Now, Buyu Fresh, this is a bit different than the normal baobab sweets that you eat. This has 200 milligrams of vitamin C, and it's high in fiber. Now, baobab in its natural form is high in vitamin C. You know, we've been eating this all our lives in our childhood. I remember bringing baobab
You
in my
got a cup so I
school.
can spit these out?
Yeah. Just spit out in here, bro. There you go. No, it's cool. Cool. Just spit in there. So I remember selling these.
You tried it before? Try them, bro.
Yeah, try it, bro. Tell us what you think.
I can't not like it, bro.
One of these are yours anyways, bro. Yeah. So I remember selling these in my high school, in my secondary school.
Like velvet cake.
Velvet cake, yeah. I'm gonna get you to try it and have a reaction.
Don't bite the pip. Yeah.
Yeah, so this has a seed inside, as I say, a pip. You don't swallow the pip. What you can do with this seed is plant it and it'll flower. So also, this is a perfect product for sustainability. So you have this responsible consumer thing, you know, where you're not just throwing the seeds away, you're replanting them, and it's not going to grow to a baobab tree, but it's going to plant, because baobab tree needs a certain environment and things like that. It needs to be a dry environment, but it will plant. So going back to the nutrients, just to read here, it's got 46 grams of fiber. It has 266 milligrams of vitamin C. It has thiamine, potassium, and calcium. Now imagine we're eating these as sweets, but it's actually very healthy. It's a healthy thing, but we didn't know about it. Now, back in the days when we were in Africa, or when I was in Africa, chocolate wasn't around. Chocolate was like something special, you know, or sweets and candies. Now it's accessible. But even now in Zanzibar, like, chocolate is pretty expensive. But this was our candy when we were young, you know? You eat it, it makes your mouth red. So as you can see, I don't know if the viewers can see your mouth.
I can't stop eating now.
Just munch it, bro. Just munch it.
5 minutes.
Bro, come. This is yours.
Bro, healthy snack, that's mad sweet, bro.
You like it, yeah? Now, the sweetness is a natural cane sugar. So you know sugar, the one that we have in our table, that has a lot of bleach in it and a lot of process in it. It's been crystallized. The sugar in this one is it's natural cane sugar. So actually, the juice from cane, you know, sugar cane, just goes in that. So that's why it's so sweet. So it's healthy. Now we know sugar cane, it balances the what's it called, the sugar levels in your body. You know, even though it's sweet, but it balances. It's the chemical in sugar that's bad for you. So yeah, man. As you say, this is the new product from this company. Yeah. What do you think of the packaging?
Perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Proper, man.
Okay, Addi Yousef, let's talk about going forward. What's your vision going forward, like for yourself, and what do you want to do with your foundation and helping out the people in Zanzibar, getting more kids here in football and stuff like that? What do you think?
Obviously, the dream is to grow Addi Yousef Foundation. Hopefully, inshallah, get to a stage where I'll have my own school, orphanage place,
inshallah,
hospital, all of that.
Yeah.
So I can help as many people back in Tanzania. And obviously, like you said, with my football thing, at the minute I'm like a player coach for the 21s at Leicester. I'm trying to get obviously all my qualifications. Yeah. My B license, A license. Currently at uni as well, getting my degree in elite sport coaching.
Oh, mashallah. Where are you doing that? Loughborough?
Leeds. Beckett. Yeah.
Should have done it at Loughborough, bro.
No, to be fair, it was all obviously Leicester.
Yeah.
Sorted all that out.
It, yeah.
I'm on like a 2.
But you know about Loughborough, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Number one in the world.
Loughborough.
Yeah.
When when I had my scholarship,
Yeah.
we used to go once a week to Loughborough. So
Yeah.
we obviously, the scholarship obviously involved football and obviously still getting your education.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
we used to go Loughborough College, wherever, yeah, Loughborough
University.
College, yeah.
It's the best in the world in sport, bro.
It's the best.
In the
bro.
whole world.
Yeah, it's proper.
I did my masters there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
continue.
I did
Yeah.
all my so yeah, player coach at Leicester whilst getting all my qualifications, and obviously I'm still playing as well in the conference for Banbury.
Yeah.
So it's hectic at the minute because obviously doing the coaching, playing, yeah, it all goes back to just
Bwana we. Kanisani.
ah,
Mbona tutisha mwanangu. Yeah.
yeah. So it all goes back to just giving back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
becoming a coach. I don't know what the end goal is, but inshallah,
Inshallah.
if I can help young kids, you know what I mean, kids in my position or whatever position they're in, to give them a chance or a better chance of
Yeah.
becoming a professional footballer. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Same with Tanzania, you know what I mean?
So if they call you back to coach in Tanzania, would you go?
100%, inshallah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Perfect, isn't it?
That'll be
Back
perfect,
home.
man. Best of both worlds.
I'll see.
But yeah, no, that's the aim, man. Just try and give back. And obviously, I know I'm not going to be playing football forever. So that's why I thought before I actually retire, get all my qualifications. So when I do retire, I've got everything set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, inshallah.
Khair inshallah. Bro, I'd like to thank you for coming on Sema Podcast. It's the first time and I hope you come back again. And we have this thing here, we say Sema mjomba, so unajua mjomba, unajua sisi wa Zanzibari, or let's say Wapemba, tunapenda kuitana mjomba. You know, so...
Is that an hour already?
Huh?
Is that an hour?
I think so. 15 minutes? 50? Ah, no, it's all right.
Bro, that's gone quick, bro.
An hour always goes quick. So yeah, you can get Addi Yousef's socials. I'll put the link down, his foundation, everything. Anyone who wants to donate, please donate. This is going straight to the kids, the orphanage in Zanzibar. And I'm sure you document and all the content is on your social media about the foundation and stuff. And yeah, man, I'd like to thank you, man. And
No, anytime.
And enjoy the Obuyu.
These are going to be gone, man.
Yeah. All right, we'll end it here, man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.